As twilight turned to darkness deep, I thought it unlikely that I could sleep. Because I am only 8, and it was getting very late, I was told to go to bed, but an unsolved puzzle raced through my head. A mystery needed to be solved, and I would do it, I was resolved. When it was too dark for anyone to see, I found a hiding place near the Christmas tree. This hiding place I carefully chose. I was concealed from head to toes. No one knew that I was there. That I might be spotted, I had not a care. But a prankster needed to beware. Indeed, I knew that a prankster did exist, although this person vanished like the mist. The prankster's handiwork was plain to see all over our Christmas tree. Each morning on our tree, some things were not where they should be. Ornaments had been moved to different branches overnight. It was giving us all a fright. These constantly changing ornaments were the cause of our puzzlement. A gingerbread house had changed places with Mickey Mouse. Ornaments that had once been on branches on the back of the tree were now in the front, clearly displayed for all to see. Ornaments from lower branches were now near the top. My family wanted these changes to stop. There was a logical explanation of that, there was no doubt. Like Sherlock Holmes, I would figure it out. From my secret hiding place, I spied upon our tree. I wanted to know what was going on and wondered what it could be. For 2 hours, nothing happened. There was nothing new to see. Then shortly after midnight, I felt a magical energy flow over me and the sparkling Christmas tree. So very, very late that night, I was treated to an incredible sight when the Christmas tree emitted a burst of pure light. Moving in perfect harmony, many ornaments descended from the tree. They formed a line like a marching band, as if guided by some unseen hand. Frosty the Snowman marched with Snoopy and Charlie Brown's crew. They were accompanied by elves, reindeer, and my superhero action figures too. All the Disney princesses liked the celebration, and because it was winter, Ice Princess Elsa was close to elation. The little drummer boy led this happy procession. Admittedly, they were a wildly assorted collection. Some ornaments were religious, while others were not. At the end of the parade marched a Star Wars robot. Surely, this could not be as it seemed. Perhaps I was in the midst of a dream. However, I pinched myself and found that I was awake. For what was happening, no explanation could I make. It was all very joyous and a whole lot of fun. I just hoped to understand this mystery before Christmas Eve was done. The gingerbread boy twirled a graceful gingerbread girl as they danced as a happy pair, while some penguins followed a friendly polar bear. In the parade, the 12 days of Christmas were well represented, and many of the carol's characters were prominently presented. There were geese, doves, hens, and a partridge too. It looked a bit like a mini zoo. 11 pipers and 12 drummers all played well. They marched to the tune of the first Noel. The Christmas nativity was near the center of all the activity, as the parade circled around the little Bethlehem town. This amazing sight put me in a merry mood, but somehow I knew that this was merely a prelude. As much as I loved watching those ornaments animated, there was still someone for whom I awaited. Anticipation filled the air. I was so glad that I was there. In front of the fireplace he suddenly appeared with his classic red suit and his long white beard. From this living legend, power resonated. Even the little ornaments were clearly fascinated. His life force was so profound that his presence affected everyone and everything around. Throughout the centuries, this man of grace had somehow transcended time and space. Upon seeing his face, kind, wise, and pure, I recalled hearing of his love for the poor. Of that being true, I was very sure. He did all his work with neither hesitation nor delay. He knew his main mission that bright Christmas day. The man's generosity was beyond measure. To my family he gave many treasures. We got games, clothes, and books, and fantastic toys of every kind, exactly what we wanted, as if he could read our minds. It pleased me all the more because my family was very poor. An aura of power was around this man, who brings joy to all lands. Before he departed up the chimney, St. Nicholas smiled and waved at me. One moment he stood there, and the next he had vanished. It was wonderfully outlandish. I had thought myself so clever to hide out of sight on that Christmas night, but wise St. Nick had not been fooled by my little trick. The ornaments returned to their branches. They did not want to take any chances of being caught roaming the room, and it would be dawn soon. I went upstairs to get some sleep. That night's lessons in my heart I would keep. There was more to this world than I had thought. Creation was wondrous, vast, and wild, and I was just a little child.